everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am back for my 2018 Stanley Cup Finals prediction. Now we are down to the final two teams to see who will win this year's Stanley Cup between the Eastern Conference champions, the Washington Capitals, and the Western Conference champions, the Vegas Golden Knights. So I'm very excited to do these finals prediction for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now our record coming into the Stanley Cup Finals after a very good conference finals finishing up tonight, we went a perfect 2-0. So our overall record coming into the finals is 11-3. So after a bad year last year, we absolutely rebounded this season. So I'm very proud of that. And I'm very happy to have a winning record this year. So hopefully in this video we will finish up a fantastic year on the channel for the Stanley Cup playoff predictions and finish with a winning record. Hopefully. Now, this is your first time watching my channel as a first time viewer and this is your first video. Boy, you picked a good one if you're a huge hockey fan like myself and you're ready for this year's Stanley Cup Finals like myself. Welcome to the Dangerous Lions. I am JT Dangerous. Welcome to the club because this club is just... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these finals predictions. Now, starting off with the Eastern Conference champions, the Washington Capitals are coming off a big win tonight in Game 7 over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they are making their second trip to the Stanley Cup Finals in their franchise's history. Their last trip here was all the way back in 1998, and they're looking to win their franchise's first championship and looking to bring home a title to the nation's capital. Now, here is a dangerous fact. The last Washington team to bring a championship home to D.C. was the 1992 Washington Redskins. So Washington hasn't had a major title in 25 years. So talk about a lot more pressure on the Washington Capitals to bring home the cup to the nation's capital, waiting 25 years since their last one. Now this Capitals team has climbed a big-time mountain. They got through the second round for the first time in 20 years. They won the Eastern Conference for the first time since 1998. They finished up the Lightning this evening, and they're making their first Cup final since 1998. And this Capitals team has had an amazing season with players like Alexander Ovechkin, who has stepped up this season after countless seasons of choking. They are finally here at the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time. You got great players like Evgeny Kuznetsov, John Carlson, Nicholas Backstrom, TJ Oshie, Braden Holtby. But this team deserves to be here because even myself have said, oh, the Washington Capitals are a great regular season team, but they find a way to choke every year in the playoffs. But this year, they have proven a lot of their naysayers wrong by making it here to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they absolutely deserve to be here. Then on the other side, you have the Western Conference champions, the Vegas Golden Knights, coming off a series win over the Winnipeg Jets. So I guess the 25-year drought will continue for another year for Canada. But this Vegas Golden Knights team, what is there to say? It's the improbable run they are having in their first year in the NHL, making it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. And here's another dangerous fact: the last franchise, the last It's the last first-year expansion team to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals was the 1968 St. Louis Blues. So the Vegas Golden Knights are in rare company with only that team and I think a 1919 team in I think it was the Toronto Arena. So Toronto's in a rare company, and they're looking to be the first expansion team to win the Stanley Cup in the NHL's long history. Now, think about some of the players they have on this team. I mean, they picked players from an expansion draft. Some great players. I mean, but out of all those players, there's only 3 that have a lot of playoff experience. That's Marc-Andre Fleury, James Neal, and David Perron. So all their experience in the playoffs are all from those 3 players, especially Marc-Andre Fleury, who has been to the Stanley Cup Finals and has won a Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, but their team is just fantastic this season. I mean, I cannot hate on them. They're having a fantastic year this year. You got players like William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchand, Riley Smith, James Neal, Marc-Andre Fleury with only 3 postseason losses this year and 12 big victories and 4 big shutouts. So this Vegas Golden Knights team lives and dies by Marc-Andre Fleury. If they score, Fleury will damn sure keep the other team from scoring. That is for sure. So coming from me, in this year's Stanley Cup Finals between the Capitals and the Vegas Golden Knights, this one's tough. Again, both teams deserve to win the Stanley Cup. I can see the series going 6 maybe 7 games, maybe less. But coming from me, there can be only one. Like my favorite movie Highlander always said, there can be only one. So coming from me, man, a team that hasn't had a championship, a team that's looking to win their city's first championship in 25 years versus the team that's never won the champion, never had a champion in their city, in Vegas. I got to go with the Vegas Golden Knights. I think the Cinderella story is going to come true. It's not going to strike midnight for this Vegas Golden Knights team. They just look like the much better team, and they shut down some of the best players in the Western Conference playoffs this season. They shut down a lot of good ones out there. So, coming from me, I am taking the Vegas Golden Knights to defeat the Washington Capitals and win their franchise's first Stanley Cup championship in their inaugural season. And those were my 2018 Stanley Cup Finals prediction. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy these predictions today. Comment below, who do you have winning between the Capitals and the Golden Knights? Let me know in the comment section below who you got. If you're a Capitals fan, represent your team in the comment section and say how many games will it take. And hashtag it with all caps. And if you're a Vegas Golden Knights fan, represent yourself, as always, with your team, how many games, and with the hashtag VegasBorn. And as always, represent your team in the comment section. Even if they're not in the playoffs anymore, represent them. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching my full Stanley Cup playoff predictions on the channel this year. Again, you guys made it so much fun once again, and you already know we're going to be running this shit back next season. Now, before you guys go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys hopefully next week for my 2018 NBA Finals prediction. Later days and peace.